So Assassin's Creed is based on the very popular video game franchise of the same name and tells the story of Callum Lynch. He is a criminal on death row who is abducted by the mysterious organization known as Abstergo. Abstergo is actually the modern reincarnation of the Templar Order, an organization bent on controlling the world through the enslavement of the human race. And the only group who stand in their way are the Assassins, a group dedicated to fighting the Templars and preserving free will. The Templars are currently looking for a very powerful artifact, and they believe Callum's ancestor is the last person to see it. So they then hook up Callum to a machine called the Animus, which allows him to relive the memories of his assassin ancestor during the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition!
So video game movies are historically awful. We have gotten some horrible, horrible, horrible video game movies.
Excuse me, what?
I think the only one that was actually kinda good was Wreck-It Ralph, but even then I don't really think it counts since it's not based on an actual video game but just has video game characters in it. 2016 though was supposed to be the year where that changes, as we had 3 major movies coming this year that were based on video games. Those movies being Ratchet & Clank, Warcraft, and Assassin's Creed. So far, Ratchet & Clank was cliche, bland, and just kind of boring. Warcraft was not awful, it had some cool things in it, but overall it's just kind of below average and forgettable. But now we have Assassin's Creed, which is the one I was looking forward to the most. Mainly because I'm actually a really big fan of the Assassin's Creed games. I've played through almost every single one. I will say they're not perfect, but they do have really fun gameplay, the historical aspects are really cool, and I love the absolutely genius premise. It's basically the Matrix, except instead of going into a virtual world, you go back in time and reliving the memories of your ancestor. I think that is such a cool idea, and there are so many things you can do with that concept. And there were other glimmers of hope too. You had the great cast of Michael Fassbender, Marion Cotillard, and Jeremy Irons. You had a good director, Justin Kurzel, who's the same person who did Macbeth. It seemed like this movie can impossibly
It's awful.
Dagnabbit, I thought this was gonna be the one! I thought this was gonna be the video game movie that changed things! The cast was so promising, the trailers look so promising, but it's so bad! Alright, well let's talk about the good things first. The actors try. They do their best. I mean, Michael Fassbender is one of my favorite actors working today, and he's overall fine, even though the scripts get a bit messy. We'll talk about that later. Jeremy Irons is also fine. All the other actors were fine. They're all fine. They're just completely average in every single way. Except Marion Cotillard, which, not her best work. She's a great actress. I loved her in Inception, but this movie in particular, she just feels like she's trying to do her best impression of passive-aggressive Nicolas Cage from Vampire's Kiss.
As anyone in the world knows or cares, you no longer exist.
I couldn't think of a more horrible job if I wanted to. And you have to do it. You have to, or I'll fire you. Do you understand?
Yeah, if you want to feel what enlightenment feels like, go watch Vampire's Kiss, because it's fantastic. Okay, what else was good in this movie? The past setting was kind of cool. The costumes were nice, there was a decent amount of practical effects, and the Spanish Inquisition setting was actually really cool.
The Inquisition, let's begin the Inquisition. Look out, Sam.
And I also actually did really like how all the characters that were in Spain actually spoke Spanish. One of my biggest pet peeves in movies is when characters who are in a place that speak a different language other than English speak English but just with a Spanish accent or a German accent or wherever they are. It drives me crazy. This movie though, I was actually really impressed that all the characters who are in Spain speak Spanish. I like it when movies do that. So yeah, the stuff in the past is kinda cool. Too bad most of the movie takes place in the present, which is boring. This movie actually has the exact same problems that the games do. The stuff in the past is really cool, although it's not perfect, and I'll get to that in a second, but all the stuff that takes place in the future or the present day is so painful amounts of boring. It's so bland and it's so forgettable, so congratulations, you replicated the game successfully, but you took possibly the worst element from the games and put it into your movie. And the movie's story, it's so confusing. If you have not played a single Assassin's Creed game, I'd say don't even give this movie a shot because you are going to be completely confused. The movie tries to shove a bunch of exposition down your throat to try and explain everything, but it does it so poorly. It tries to throw so much information at you but fails on a monumental level. But if you have played the games, it should make a little more sense to you, right? Yeah. Emphasis on a little more sense. So if you haven't played the games, you're going to be extremely confused. But if you have played the games, you're still going to be pretty confused. The writing and screenplay for this movie is also so sloppy. There are some kind of cool and funny lines in certain areas, but they are far and few between. Like I mentioned earlier, there is so much exposition in this movie, but it's so poorly done that A, you don't learn anything and you're still confused as to what's going on, and B, you're just bored. That is exposition done wrong in every single way. And since there's so much of it in the movie, the actual movie as a whole is incredibly boring. I thought that this movie's saving grace would be the action sequences because I can tell that the choreography and all the practical effects and all the actual action scenes seem incredibly well done, but here's the issue. They are so horribly shot and so horribly edited that you can't really see what's going on most of the time. The cinematography is so janky and it's edited so cut, like, that's a word, that you can never tell what's going on screen. It's like a Bourne movie. And it's a shame because I can tell that the actual action and stunt work that's going on is really cool, but I just can't get a good look at any of it. Everything else about this movie is about as bland and forgettable as you can possibly get. I really wanted to like it. I really did. But unfortunately, Assassin's Creed is just another failed video game movie.
And every single one of them sucks!
Why are these so hard to do? It can't be that difficult. I mean, look at the Uncharted and Last of Us games. Those are practically movies in and of themselves. Those can't be hard to do. Those actually have movies coming up, so if they screw those up, then they've really messed up. I think the most frustrating part of this movie is that I can tell that there's a good movie in here somewhere. I just don't know where it is. There is good stunt work here. There are good special effects here. There is good action here, even if you can't see it because of the horrible editing. There are some good lines of dialogue, and there are some cool references to the games. But unfortunately, everything surrounding all of that is just a huge steaming pile of garbage, and it's just so incredibly disappointing. It just feels like a massive waste of potential, and I doubt we'll be seeing any more Assassin's Creed movies anytime soon. So yeah, that's all I got. I made it and I like movies. See you guys later.